Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being with me here today. It is my honor to be the creator of this channel that is meant for spiritual growth, is meant for inspiration, for spiritual advice, for your spiritual journey and your physical journey. I am always so excited to do messages for you guys. I look forward to learning experiences right along with all of you. I feel that it is my calling to do this spiritual channel, and I'm just overjoyed that you're here. And if you're new here, know that these messages are collective, and so there's a little bit of something for everyone. The whole message may not resonate with you, but if you're here, it's because you're meant to be. And you are so very welcome. Let's take a quick moment to breathe in and out through our nose, in through our nose and out through our mouths. Clearing the air, clearing the energy to make room for this message and to make room to really hear and understand and apply whatever Spirit has to say to all of us today to further extend our spiritual growth on this beautiful journey. The most important part of this journey is learning along the way. And so I'm happy to learn with you here today. Thank you, Spirit, for the opportunity to hear what you have to say to all of us and to apply it to our lives as needed. So, I felt led to do a, sorry about that, I have to adjust my volume, it's a little bit loud, pardon me. Okay. I felt led to drawn to the Akashic Tarot message cards here, okay? And it feels very much like, and I believe the last message I told you guys, it was about something like a breakthrough coming through with some sort of, it's like a gate has opened for us to really showcase our talents, and it is wide open for us to step through that gate and to acknowledge our own skills and talents and gifts, and to use them in the energy of love, right? And that love comes from self-love. It is important to understand that our divine creator loves us so much. It's almost like a proud parent wanting to show off their child and their accomplishments, right? My baby's first steps, my baby's first solid food, my baby's first ride on a bicycle without the training wheels, and so on. And so it's like that energy is here for us. It is an energy of, it's inner work that we've done within ourselves to bring ourselves to a healthier, energetic place where we are more self-confident, we are sure of our gifts, our abilities, our talents. And we have done so much work within ourselves, and Spirit has done so much work within us. And I'm hearing Archangel Michael. So yes, I did feel Archangel Michael this morning, his presence here. And it's funny because when I was shuffling this deck, the first card that popped out was Archangel Michael. So I will show you in a moment. But I feel like it is indeed time to put yourself out there with something that you've been wanting to do, whether it's a hobby, whether it's some sort of gift, whether you're creative or you're intellectual or you're in the healing medical profession, whatever it is, it's time to show who you really are. And some of you, I feel, hold back because you don't want others to be jealous, or you don't want others to treat you different because you're pretty brilliant. But this first card that picked us is the Eight of Forces, right? This is the lightning bolt. This is like, this is sort of the show, the star of the storm, right? The lightning bolt. This card, and if you look at the number 8, I was seeing number 8 this morning, and I'll read that explanation to you in a minute of what number 8 means. But this lightning bolt, as I was meditating and praying on it, I was feeling a very huge energy in regards to it's like when lightning bolt hits a tree and the tree splits in half, right? This is what this feels like to me. Like it's a force of nature, it is, I'm trying to find the right words, coming to a beautiful space in your energy where you are, right? Where you are being separated from something that no longer serves you. And this is not even your own. For some of you, it is your own doing. You're moving on from something. For some of you, it could be fate. If you have lost a job, it is the universe's way of saying you wanted something better. You want something more that aligns with your energy, something better for yourself. This is your opportunity. So if you haven't already separated from something or someone, it is happening for you on your behalf, okay? And so it feels very much like this energy isn't just out with the old socks and with the new. This is life-changing. It is a career move. I feel that more strongly than any other scenario, that it is a career move. It is time to move on. It's time to let go, right? It's time to embrace and let go and look forward to something new and beautiful. It is a grand opportunity for advancement in all ways in your personal and physical and spiritual life. Okay, so I'm hearing green, the color green, or could be the name green, but to me it feels more like it could be a color. And so if that resonates with you at all, then great. But I am hearing the word green, seeing the color green, and I feel like some of you also might feel like the grass is always greener on the other side, but then you get there and you're in a frying pan. That's what I've heard some people say. But Spirit is saying, don't think in that way. Don't bring in that energy. Don't invite that energy in. The universe has worked on your behalf. This is your golden opportunity to shine. It is your golden opportunity to showcase who you are and what you do. And enter the Master Artisan, another number 8, okay? Number 8 is very prominent here today. Number 8 represents abundance, prosperity, rewards, and it feels... So this Master Artisan card, right? Let me see if I can stand it up without it falling over. It's hard to do sometimes. The Master Artisan card, I feel very much like this is you. This is just going to be a couple different scenarios here, so just bear with me. It feels like this Master Artisan card is you coming up through the ranks, or you finally mastering something. Yes, it feels like you finally mastered something. Now it's time for a new challenge, a new chapter, something new. And it feels like you, in terms of your job or career, it has, you know your job inside out. You could do your job in your sleep. And you've mastered it and you've become king of the hill, so to speak. But, or queen of your castle. Don't leave the women out. But it feels like the Master Artisan card is saying, it's time to reap your rewards for all the work that you've done. Physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And it's time to leave while you're at your best, on top, right? You're master. You've mastered it. It's time to move on to something else. For some of you, I feel like it is out of the company totally and into some other career that you've been manifesting, you've been thinking about, you've been wanting it. You're leaving the way you should in grace, and you have weathered the storms. You have put your best foot forward. But it's time now for someone else to enjoy the, to see what you're made of. Okay? It feels very much like this, the Master Artisan, you've learned from others, but you've also applied your own skills and talents, and I feel like you've been helped, you've been guided by angels, and I feel very strongly the presence of Archangel Gabriel. And it feels like you have been also a role model for others, maybe a mentor or mentee, both, okay? But it feels very spiritually guided, like this is the universe stepping in for you. For some of you, I feel like it feels like you're going to a new position, but it's like a higher level, but you're starting out, at the level that you're starting out. But I feel like there's so much room for growth, and you go from being a not an apprentice, but almost like that, right? To being at the higher level where you are the boss. And so it feels like this is very much a gift from your divine creator. It is your soul telling you, thank you for finally listening and for taking the steps to align energetically, body, mind, spirit, okay? It feels very much like this is a win-win situation for you. I don't necessarily feel like this is romantic in nature for some of you. I feel like it is an internal step in your ascension process. Your spiritual energy, growing spiritually. And I'm telling you, I feel like when you are offered this position, if you haven't been already, it is going to be one of those moments where you almost fall to your knees and thank God. You thank your divine creator. You thank the universe. And tears will roll down your face. Tears of gratitude and appreciation and happiness. Whatever this change is, it does feel more on the business end. And again, body, mind, spirit. So it feels like you have done the work and the universe is rewarding you. So And then we see the intricacies and industry card, okay? This is about maps. This is about details. This is about planning. This is about building on to your skills, to your experience, building on to your spiritual tower, putting more stability into your steps forward. Rock solid is what I'm hearing. Rock solid. A rock solid foundation you are building for yourself. And it feels very much like Archangel Michael is here with you. Excuse me, it feels like I'm losing my voice. But Archangel Michael is here with all of us today, and he's here to tell you, don't you know, that through this courageous step of moving onward, I am with you. I am with you always. Always. And it does feel very much like so I feel like Archangel Michael is here to say you might not get support from some. And so he says, keep your eyes on the intended target, okay? Keep your eyes on that prize that the universe has given to you. You may not get support from loved ones. They may be naysayers. They might say, I don't really want you to do this. For some of you, it could mean you have to move or relocate, and someone is not on board with this. But Spirit says, lean on God and the angels for support in this, and you will see a perfect resolution. It does feel like some of you will have a solution or a talk with somebody who doesn't support this move. It does feel like the lightning bolt card, when I first pulled that, I thought that's almost like a tower card in tarot, but it's tower moments are necessary. It is sort of, for some of you, it could be a sudden departure or a sudden announcement that maybe you're not part of the company anymore for some reason, or maybe things are downgrading. Whatever it is meant to be. It is meant for you to have the opportunity to move forward now. Sort of like you couldn't let go before because you were afraid, but now you don't have a choice. So the universe is like, it may seem sudden and it may seem like it is scary and upsetting. However, you were meant for more than this, and now it's time to move on. And so it feels like a light. That's why Archangel Michael's here. I'm here to support you, because for some of you, you might be afraid. You might be stunned or shocked, or feel like, what am I going to do now? OMG, what am I going to do now? And he says, you're safe. This is what you wanted. It is just a blip in your path. The universe has created this step for you to be able to move on. And look, positive thoughts create positive results. Stay positive in this, and know that you will come out of this and through this with beautiful, beautiful support from your angels and your guides. Know this. I think I told you this story before, but years back, I think it was 2015, I was working for a very well-known company. I was there 15 years, and I kept feeling, in the year before I left, and I was hearing messages, leave this unhealthy situation, because it was unhealthy. There was a problem with my manager, and it was a situation where I was feeling sick every day when I went to work, every single day, sick to my stomach with nerves. And I kept hearing the message over and over again. I would see signs and I was afraid to move. I was afraid because I didn't know what I was going to get myself into if I left there and got into another job, right? Go figure. I was already miserable, so. But anyways, and right before the holidays, this shows you what kind of person I was working for. Right before the holidays, she let me go. And I don't mean a layoff. And mind you, during that time, there was a bunch of layoffs and a bunch of people getting laid off, but she did not want me to have my severance pay, and she was just mean that way. So she found a way to fire me. And when I was told that, you know, my end date, what that was going to be, I knew the universe was working on my behalf. I knew it. And I didn't know how I was going to make it, but I knew I would. And I knew the universe was going to provide for me because the universe was working on my behalf. So, long story short, I literally was down to my last few dollars in the bank, right? And I got this a call from someone I had worked with at a different company before, and she said, listen, I was thinking of you, there's an opening here. Would you like to come for an interview? And so I did. And let me tell you, within a week's time, they offered me the position. And I literally got down on my knees and cried. And I said, thank you, God. Because this came in the perfect timing, right? And so I want to tell you, when you have faith and trust in the universe, and the universe means business. If you put that out there and you say, universe, I want this kind of job. I want this. I want a peaceful job where I can feel safe in my job. And I can have a mutual respect for my manager for me. The universe is going to work on your behalf. And so I was beyond thankful. I was grateful, and I still am to this day. I still tell the universe, excuse me, I think I'm losing my voice. I still say to the universe, thank you for providing. Though I may not always understand why things happen, these are steps and details that have to happen so that I can move forward to a better life, right? Let me just grab a sip of water. So it feels like these messages here today, they're telling us, have faith. Roll with it. Know that something will work out for you. The universe has to take certain steps in order for us to get to where we want and need to be, okay? So that lightning bolt that some see as fear, as danger, that's a blessing. That's a blessing, okay? Now, it's funny because when I was shuffling the Archangel Michael cards, the card that caught my attention was, and is, romantic angels are healing you. Okay? Romance angels are healing you. It feels like I said, there's different scenarios here. One of them is career. For some of you, it could be a situation with a romantic partner. It could be the romance, you loving yourself. But let me tell you something, what I'm feeling with this. It feels like something is going to shift in a relationship, and that lightning bolt it's yeah. It is a forewarning. Well, not forewarning. Heads up. That it is time to leave an unhealthy situation, okay? This, to me, doesn't necessarily mean leaving a lover, a husband, a partner, whatever. To me, this is saying something is unhealthy in this relationship and it has to change. Something is shifting. And I feel like for some of you, but it feels like a very small amount of you. There could be a separation and ending to a relationship, okay? But for some of you, it feels like a shift in a more positive direction. Somebody's having a change of perception. Somebody is moving in a more into a more light energy with you. It does feel like this connection, for some of you, you're not done. If you think you are, for some of you, something is changing and shifting for the better, okay? And like I said, for a very small amount of you, a fraction of you, it could be that you are leaving a situation totally. But this is not meant to be a downer or depressing. This is meant to let you know the universe works on your behalf. Because I do feel for some of you, you could be in a situation where you're more unhappy than you are happy. And you've been praying for happiness. I just want happiness. I just want peace. I just want something better. And so the universe is like, okay. And if you are meant to be with someone, things will shift to a higher level of with more sustainability, more security, and just an overall a lighter experience. Okay, that's all I can say to that. And why am I hearing school teacher? Somebody might be a teacher or going into the teaching profession, or you might be moving on to a different district. It does feel very much like this is all about a blessing, a change that's coming your way. Okay? I want to I was looking at my angel numbers book. And for the number 8, because it came out more than once, it signifies abundance and prosperity. The endless loops of this number signify an infinite flow of money, time, ideas, or whatever else you require, especially for your life purpose, okay? I do feel that for some of you, you're going to announce going into some sort of life purpose, a calling. You're being called. And you're separating yourself from the fear of judgment of people. For some of you, that lightning bolt means separation from caring what other people think of you. You're now going into your calling, whatever that is. And for me, when I heard teacher, I heard school teacher, but I also was feeling mentoring or spiritual guide, or teaching something. You could be, maybe you're very connected with angels and you're going to teach about angels. Maybe, whatever your calling is, you're listening now and you're ready. And that's what's happening with you. I feel very strongly that now you're more secure in your acceptance and embracing your calling. Okay? Some of you are meant to teach little ones. Maybe There are some children that need your loving energy. Maybe they don't get it at home. But it feels like whatever this is, you're being called and you're answering the call. Okay? So it could be that you suddenly make the decision to go into that calling full-time or maybe even part-time, but something is happening here, guys. Yeah. I just feel the restriction that you felt wherever you were is going away because you're moving on. That's what it feels like. Like maybe you were suffocating somehow and not being able to breathe or be yourself, but now you're moving forward and you're moving on and leaving it behind, okay? I feel like, is there anything else you have to say, Archangel Michael? And let me just look into the energy behind wherever you're going, right? That energy. Whenever there's a tower moment and it's sudden, trust the universe is behind it. Anything else, guys? Yep. Something is being revealed to you. Goddess of the moon. You've got the whole world in your hands. Or you can... I don't know exactly that song. I can't remember the words, but... Goddess of the moon. She is now enlightened. Do you see that? She is now enlightened. And you will be enlightened on something, but you won't have any doubts or fears. It will be a knowledge that your soul already knew, something your soul already knows. But your human mind wasn't able to accept it or didn't want to shake things up. But now, look who's in control. Look who has that confidence and knowledge and wisdom and fortitude to move forward. Something beautiful comes your way. And I don't know about you, but when I think of a goddess, I think of all-powerful, all-knowing. And of course, in my belief, I believe a goddess is a step below God, only because, for me, my divine creator is the highest supreme energy. But it feels like this goddess is fully armed with what she needs to move forward. Right? Infinite energy. Infinite love. Moving on. Onward and upward. In the light of love. Self-love. Supportive love. And the love from your angels and guides and divine creator. It's time now to accept this beautiful offer from the universe on your behalf. I believe the universe is an extension of our own soul, is part of us, sort of growing up and growing into this beautiful, mature energy that it's sort of like, I see the universe kind of like an extension of you, and you sort of telling your future self, this is where I want to be, this is what I want. And when you've grown and you've done the inner work to reach that point where you finally receive that blessing, it is you who has worked with the universe to make this happen. We are a team, and we have to be in alignment in order for things to move forward. And I believe now is that time. So I feel like from now until the end of the year, you might start seeing openings, job openings. You might start seeing opportunities to learn more, and going into a new job, They will offer you opportunities to learn more and grow in your job. But I also see the doors of opportunity opening for you, in the sense of romance and love. It feels like for some of you, you will have an opportunity to find and to receive that true love that you've been looking for. Because it starts with us, guys, right? It starts with us. It is just a beautiful energy that is here right now for us. I wish you guys all the best and so much love and light on your journey every day. I am here for you if you need me. And I do have an email if you ever want to email me, blossomingSouls1111@gmail.com, or send me messages or comments, and I love hearing from all of you. But God bless all of you, and know that you are loved, and know that you are being taken care of in this transition, in this process. Love and light to all of you. Until next time, namaste.